Welcome everyone to the Wisdom Education. And I think Sajio sir has already introduced and explained to you about this video series which we are going to conduct from this term onwards. And this will be conducted as a revision series, right? Revision series to all subjects for all the lessons. Okay, so starting from the second term, we are going to do some revision sessions. So this is the first session for health and physical education for you guys. So we are going to start from the second term, the first lesson of the second term, which is the fourth lesson, right? The fourth lesson is let us play recreational games for leisure and enjoyment, right? So to be exact, let us enjoy our leisure through recreational games. This is our fourth lesson. So we are going to start from the fourth lesson onwards, and so we'll take a look at the lesson, right? Okay. Recreational games. So first, we'll try to understand what is the meaning of these recreational games, right? Recreational games means games which have been played for enjoyment during our leisure time, for our enjoyment. The games which we are playing for our enjoyment and happiness. අපේ සතුට සහ අපේ විනෝදය උදෙසා අපි අපේ leisure time එකේ leisure times means අපේ විවේක කාලයේදී, right? විවේක කාලයේදී අපි ශ්‍රී කරන විනෝදය සඳහා ක්‍රීඩා කරන ක්‍රීඩාවලට, like some minor games, very small, simple and minor games, සුළු ක්‍රීඩා, පොඩි ක්‍රීඩා. That is what we call recreational games. So throughout this lesson, at the beginning of this lesson, actually we are going to see the classifications of sports and games. Okay, sports and games. If you consider sports and games, there are lots of varieties, lots of types of games which are being played, right? So first thing we are going to do is to classify these games or sports into basic groups, some main groups, right? We'll see what are those groups first. So the first classification which we can do is we can divide this sports or game, either sports or game, we can use any word, right? So basically we can divide these sports into three groups, right? For a start, we can divide those into three groups. First group is minor games. Minor games. Minor games, right? And the second one is lead up games. And third one will be organized games. Organized games, right? So this is the basic classification which we can include into sports, right? So we'll see what is each category means and represents, right? So throughout these lessons, we are going to discuss about all these three categories, and we are going to see some examples for these categories of these types of games. First, we try to understand the meaning of minor games, right? Minor games, meaning of minor games. So minor games means some small simple games which have been played with your friends in your school interval, or at home with your neighboring kids, with your leisure time. Likewise, very small and minor simple games. For an example, we'll take you play hide and seek with your family members, maybe with the neighboring kids, maybe with your friends, right? You play hide and seek. Hide and seek means අපි හැංගි මුත්තන් කියලා කියන්නේ. In Sinhala we call that හැංගි මුත්තන්. නේද? එක්කෙනෙක් හැංගෙනවා, එක්කෙනෙක් අල්ලනවා, right? හැංගි මුත්තන්. Hide and seek. So that is a very simple game, right? Very simple games. Like that, minor games are very simple games, and we are going to discuss some characteristics of those minor games. For an example, we'll take that hide and seek game, right? So hide and seek game, so that can be played with any number of players you want. If you have 10 friends or 5 friends or 15 friends, it doesn't matter. You can play with any number of friends, right? And rules and regulations are very simple, right? One need to count to 10, then others will hide here and there. Then the counting student need to counting friend needs to find those students or friends. Okay, very simple rules and regulations. And those rules and regulations also can be changed or altered according to your preference. According to your preference means ඔයාලගේ කැමැත්ත පරිදි මේ වගේ මේ minor games වල තියෙන rules and regulations you can change and alter. ඔකට වෙනස් කරන්න පුළුවන් අවශ්‍ය නම් according to the place you are playing it and according to the space available in that area and according to the number of players playing that game due to various reasons, according to various types of reasons, you can change and alter the rules and regulations of these minor games. Those are not very serious games, right? See, if we take it simply, minor games are the games which have been played for fun. We are playing those games just for fun, actually. Very small games, right? I hope you understand the meaning of minor games, right? Podi sulu sarala ක්‍රීඩාවන් වලට තමයි අපි කියන්නේ minor games කියලා, right? Then before explaining the lead up games, I will move on to the organized games. Then I will explain the meaning of lead up games, right? Then I will move on to the lead up games. We'll take organized games. Organized means, if we take the singular word, samnidana. Samnidana means well organized, well mannered, according to a specific criteria, right? Likewise, vidimatta, right? Nikam ඕනට පාට not unlike minor games. Nikam ඕන විදිහට නැතුව නේද? Organized games. Those are well organized and well mannered according to a specific criteria. These games have been played. So, if we take an example, you already know lots of examples for these organized games. Actually, the games you are watching from TV in your home, right? Like cricket, you watch cricket matches in your home, and football matches, volleyball matches, basketball matches, right? What else? Badminton, netball, LA. Likewise, those are being played internationally between nations and countries, right? Those main games, those are main game or major games. We can call them major games as well, right? These main or major games are called organized games, right? Organized games. So, unlike minor games, organized games can't be played like minor games, right? They have specific accepted rules and regulations. Sets of accepted rules and regulations which are common to all the players which who are going to play this game. මේ game එක සෙල්ලම් කරන්න යන ඕනෑම කෙනෙක්ට පොදු වෙන විදිහට accepted rules and regulations. කියන්නේ සම්මත නීති රීති පද්ධතියක් මේකට තියෙනවා. And what about the equipments which we are using to play this game? Equipments. We can't play with any equipments we want, right? There's a specific criteria for those equipments as well. Those equipment as well, there's a specific criteria. Like we'll say for a football game, if you are taking a football game, so there's a specific weight range introduced for that football. So we cannot use any kind of football. So we need to find a football according to it. Find a football that matches the description of specific rules and regulations. The rules and regulations වල දක්වලා තියෙන specific criteria එක standards වලට අනුකූල වෙච්ච උපකරණ තමයි අපි පොලයක් ගත්තත් ඒකේ බරක් ප්‍රමාණය ඔක්කොම සඳහන් කරලා තියෙනවා. Everything is mentioned in those rules and regulations. Even when we are playing cricket, even the cricket ball has a radius, a specific radius, specific weight, නේද? ප්‍රමාණයක් සහ බරක් තියෙනවා. And for the bat, there's a specific weight range, බර පරාසයක් තියෙනවා. Right? Specific weight range and length and the maximum width. Likewise, they have specified and they have mentioned the specifications of each equipment that we use in an organized game very clearly in their rules and regulations sets. Right? මේ වගේ මේ භාවිතා කරන උපකරණ හැම එකේම නියමිත බර ප්‍රමාණය උස දිග පළල ඒ වගේ හැම දෙයක්ම ස්පෙસિෆයි කරලා තියෙනවා. So we need to we can only use equipment. We can only use equipment according to the specifications. Right? We can't use anything else. And what about the court or the playground for organized games? Right? For organized games, we can't use any kind of any playground as we prefer. කැමති විදිහට බෑ. Like අපේ වත්ත පල්ලෙහා දෙල්ලම් කරන්න, මිදුලේ දෙල්ලම් කරන්න. We can't do that in organized games, right? The parameters of these playgrounds also has specified. ඒවා නියමිත විදිහට සඳහන් කරලා තියෙනවා මේ rules and regulations වල. So we need to get a proper playground with proper dimensions and lengths and widths. We need to create a playground according to the sets of rules and regulations, right? එතකොට ඒ කියන්නේ මොකක්ද? අර විධිමත් විදිහට ලස්සනට දිග පළල ඇතුව නියමිත ආකාරයෙන් හැමදේම equipments, the playground, the players and the other thing is those players should wear a proper uniform to play an organized game, right? They can't play with any kind of any colored uniform. They have a specified uniform for each team. There will be a specified uniform. So according to the specified uniform and colors and everything, they need to wear a dress to play these organized games, right? So these are organized games. If we take examples for organized games, we can take cricket, football, volleyball, any major games which you are watching from TV, right? So TV එකේ බලන රටවල් අතර internationally play කරන games තමයි අපි මේ organized games කියන එක අතර, right? Now we move on to the lead up games. I will list these two and we'll talk about these lead up games. Right? Lead up games. In Sinhala we call that Anukrida. Right? In Sinhala we call that Anukrida. So actually, lead-up games have been created to improve some skills of organized games, right? These have been created to improve our skills on organized games, which means, for an example, we take an organized game, cricket, right? This is an organized game. So, the main game most, right? So, I will erase this now. Cricket. So, in order to play cricket, we need to have different sets of skills, very specific sets of skills. Like what? We should be able to bat. We should be able to bat well. Hit the ball with a bat, right? Simplest way. We should be able to hit the ball with a cricket bat, one skill, and we should be able to bowl karande, right? We should be able to bowl, and what else? And we should be able to field the ball, right? Being in the field, we should be able to save the ball coming from the batsman's shots. Right? Batsman ගන්න පාරවල් වලින් ඉන පන්දුව රැක ගන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්නත් ඕනේ. Right? Fielding. And The other thing, we should be able to catch a ball coming from above. අපි උඩ පන්දු කියලා කියන්නේ උඩ පන්දුර කරනවා නැත්නම් catch අල්ලනවා කියලා කියන්නේ. We should be able to catch a ball coming from above. දීනන්නේ පන්දුව උඩ පන්දුව රැක ගන්නත් පුළුවන් වෙන්න ඕනේ. Catching. And wicket keeping. Wicket keeping. Just behind and staying behind the stumps. Stumps පිටිපස්සේ ඉන්න කෙනා wicket keeping. Likewise, we can take hundreds of skills which we need to play cricket in proper manner. Right? For example, in the simplest way, we took batting, bowling, fielding, catching, and wicket keeping. Right? So we'll take out of these skills, we'll take this one as an example. Catching the ball. Simply catching the ball coming from above. අපිට උඩී දාගෙන යන පන්දුව අල්ලා ගන්න එක. Right? Catching the ball. So I will erase all the other things. Right? Now, cricket is an organized game and catching is a skill of cricket, the organized game. Now, we'll keep that aside for a moment. We'll keep that aside. And now we'll go to your school time. In school days, during your interval, lots of students are playing such a game. But they have been separated into two groups in the playground with a little distance in between them. මේ වගේ කණ්ඩායම් දෙකකට ඇදිලා right මේ වගේ කණ්ඩායම් දෙකකට ඇදිලා මොකද කරන්නේ one team is throwing the ball to the other team and they should catch the ball right then again they will throw it again to the opposite side opposite team again they are catching if one team drops the ball without catching it the other team gets a mark right අපි මේකට කියනවා මොකද්ද catch අල්ලනවා කියලා interval එකේ ළමයි ඔයාලා පොඩි කාලේ කරන සරල සෙල්ලමක් only using just a rubber ball or a tennis ball right very simple activity catch අල්ලනවා right කාටරි බැලුණත් අනිත් පැත්තට ලකුණක් හම්බෙනවා at the end of the interval highest team with highest marks wins that's all that's the game that's the activity right it's an activity so by doing this activity, okay, this is just a minor game, very simple minor game. But by engaging in this activity, you can improve your catching skills. You can improve your catching skills, right? By engaging in this activity, you can improve your catching skills, right? Which we need to play the organized game. Cricket. We need to play our organized game cricket. අපිට මේ activity එක කිරීමෙන් මේ ප්‍රධාන ක්‍රීඩාවට සෙල්ලම් කරන්න අවශ්‍ය කුසලතාවයක් වන skill එකක් වන catching skill එක දියුණු කරගන්න පුළුවන් through this activity. Right? This activity. Right? If such a small game or some minor game can improve some skill, right? Such a small or a minor game can improve the skills which needed to play an organized game. If this minor game can improve this kind of skill related to an organized game, we call this minor game. We can call these minor games or these types of minor games as lead up games. Lead up games. Right? මේ වගේ පොඩි ක්‍රීඩාවකින් ප්‍රධාන ක්‍රීඩාවක කුසලතාවයක් ස්කිල් එකක් දිනු කරන්න පුළුවන් නම් මෙන්න මේ වගේ කුඩා ක්‍රීඩාවකට අපි කියනවා lead up games කියලා. Right? I hope you understood it very well. Right? And the other thing about the knot. Okay? along with this video session, you will get the relevant notes as well. ඔයාලට මේ video session එකත් එක්ක අදාළ note එකත් ලැබෙනවා. By referring that note, you will be able to understand these things, and watching the video along with the with referring the relevant note, you will be able to understand these things very clearly, right? So when you are referring this video or watching this video, make sure you have the note as well with you. බලන්න note එකක් ළඟ තියාගන්න මේ දේවල් බලන්න, then you will be able to understand these everything very clearly, right? Okay, so these are the main types or main categories of sports or games: minor games, lead up games, and organized games, right? Okay, first we'll discuss some minor games, right? Sorry. Before moving on to examples, we'll discuss some benefits or advantages which we can obtain by engaging in these activities or games or sports, right? Generally, what are the benefits which we can gain from engaging in these sports, right? All these categories, from all these categories, right? අපිට මේ වගේ ලැබෙන ප්‍රයෝජන මොනවද කියලා අපි බලමු. මේ games and sports වල අපි engage වෙනවා, අපි වගේ නිරත වුණාම. Now we'll discuss some benefits which we can gain by engaging in these activities or sports or games. So when we talk about benefits and advantages, we discuss these benefits under two parts, right? Two parts or two categories. Benefits අපි ලැබෙන වාසිය අපි කොටස් දෙකකට කඩලා තමයි මෙතනදී කතා කරන්නේ, right? So the first category is physical benefits. Physical benefits, right? Physical benefits. Physical benefits means benefits which we can gain for our body. අපේ ශරීරයට physical. අපි නැත්නම් කියන භෞතික physical. අපේ මේ ශරීරයට, අපේ මේ body එකට ලැබෙන benefits මොනවද by engaging in these kinds of activities or games or sports, whatever it is, right? You can call it. We'll see. The first one, right? By engaging in sports and activities or any kind of game, you will be strong. You already know that. You will be strong. Your muscles will be strong, your bones will be strong, right? Likewise, your whole body will be strong. Bones and bones and muscles. දෙකම අස්ති සහ පේශි කියන දෙකම වලගේ ශක්තිමත් වෙනවා. And other internal functions of our body or internal systems, right? What are the internal systems you know inside our body? Internal system. Any අභ්‍යන්තර ඇතුලේ තියෙන system පද්ධති මොනවද? Respiratory system, which we use to breathe, inhale and exhale. අපි හුස්ම ගන්න භාවිතා කරන එක respiratory system, ශ්වසන පද්ධතිය, and digestive system, ආහාර ජීර්ණ පද්ධතිය, the system we use to digest the food that we take in. අපි ගන්න ආහාර ජීර්ණය කරලා පෝෂණය ලබා ගන්න භාවිතා කරන පද්ධතිය, digestive system, and the main important thing, the system, circulatory system or blood circulatory system. නැත්නම් කියනවා රුධිර සංසරණ පද්ධතිය. රුධිර සංසරණ පද්ධතිය, blood circulatory system, right? Blood circulatory system means it consists, the main part of the circulatory system is our heart, right? Our heart and all the blood vessels in our body will be included in the circulatory system. It uses blood streams to transport everything around our body, right? අපේ ඇඟ පුරා සියලු දේ පෝෂණය, water, the air we breathe, the oxygen we breathe, everything, to transport everything our body uses as a transportation method, our body is using the circulatory system as a transportation method. අපි මේ ගමන් කරන්න මාධ්‍යයක් විදිහට, right? So if you want to travel from Colombo to Gala, we can use a train as a transportation method. Likewise, our body again, if you want to send something from one place to another, our body uses our circulatory system or the blood circulatory system as a transportation method. So it is very important. It is a very important system in our body, right? So by engaging in these activities or sports, our internal systems like circulatory system, respiratory systems, digestive systems, those functions of these systems will be improved. Will be improved. Will be efficient. Their functions will be efficient. Efficient means කාර්යක්ෂම වෙනවා. කාර්යක්ෂම වෙනවා. Right? Now we have discussed two benefits, two physical benefits, right? And what else? When we play, you know, okay? We get sweat, okay? අපි දාඩිය දාන්න නේද? අපි සෙල්ලම් කරත් ඕන විදිහකට we get sweat, right? Sweat means what? Through this sweat, our body can transport the dirt, the unwanted particles inside our body out of the body, right? Our sweat can transport unwanted particles or dirt inside our body out of the body through the sweat. මේ දහඩිය හරහා අපේ ඇඟ ඇතුළේ තියෙන අපේ අනවශ්‍ය particles, අනවශ්‍ය අංශු, dirt, අපද්‍රව්‍ය, right? අපේ අපද්‍රව්‍ය ඉවත් කරන්න පුළුවන්. They can remove dirt from our body through sweat. මේ දහඩිය හරහා ඒවා ඉවත් කරන්න හැකියාවකුත් තියෙනවා. So that will be a good benefit for our body. A very good method. It is a very good method for us to remove our body dirt or body waste. අපද්‍රව්‍ය පිට කරන්න හොඳ ක්‍රමයක්. Right? What else we see? Burning excess body fat. It will burn excess body fat. Fat means මේදය. මේදය. මේදය කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? අපි someone is a little fat. මහතයි කියලා කියන්නේ. මහතයි කියලා කියන්නේ මොකක්ද? කෙනෙක් මහතයි නම් මේ මහතයි කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? We have excess body fat deposited under our skin. මේ මහතයි කියලා කියන්නේ අපේ සමට යටින් අනවශ්‍ය විදියට වැඩිපුර fat මේදය තැන්පත් වෙලා තියෙනවා නම් තමයි අපි ওই මහතට කියලා පේන්නේ අපිට. Right? So if you want to reduce that amount of fat deposited just deposited under our skin, you can engage in sports. When we get tired, right? When we get tired and when we play, when we engage our body in any kind of physical activity, our body needs some excessive energy. Our body needs some excessive energy to do that particular task. Right? අපේ ශරීරය මොකක් හරි දෙයක් කරන්න නම් ඕනෑම ක්‍රියාවලියක් කරන්න අපේ ශරීරයට ඕන ශක්තිය. Like cars run on petrol. Cars need petrol to run. වාහනයක් දුවන්න නම් as an energy source, it needs petrol. නේද? ඒකට petrol ගහන්න ඕනේ ශක්තියක් විදියට පාවිච්චි කරන්න. In the same manner, our body uses our fat as an energy source. Our body is able to use fat, excessive fat as an energy source. අපේ ශරීරයේ තියෙන අමතර මේදය ශක්තියක් විදියට භාවිතා කරන්න පුළුවන් අපේ ශරීරයට. So what will happen if you play regularly? අපි නිතර සෙල්ලම් කරනකොට මොකද වෙන්නේ? Our body will automatically use the excessive fat and convert them into glucose, right? Or an energy source. They will convert our excessive fat into energy automatically. Then they will use those fat. Then what will happen? Our excessive fat will reduce. Eventually, it will reduce, and we can get thinner. So that will be a huge benefit for us. actually for fat people. It will be a very huge benefit, right? Now what else? What are the other physical benefits which we can gain? Our personality and appearance. We can improve our personality and appearance as well. Personality means paurushakti. Personality means my personality means the way you see me as a person. That is my personality, right? My personality. If you take the basic definition, we can say like that. අපේ පෞරුෂය කියන්නේ ඔයාලා මාව පේනකොට මාව පේන විදිහට මගේ පෞරුෂය කියලා මට ගන්න. right? And my physical appearance. මගේ බාහිර පෙනුම, the way you see me, those are the same thing, right? And the way I walk, the way I handle my body during my day-to-day activities, the way I talk, the things I talk. So everything will be included in my personality. මගේ පෞරුෂය කියන එකට ඔය ඔක්කොම appearance එක, කතා කරන විදිය, ඇවිදින විදිය, මගේ body shape එක, මගේ skin එක, මේ හැමදේම අදාළ වෙනවා personality කියන fact එකට. Right? So if you are engaging in sports, any kind of sport, so our body will remove our excessive fat from our body, and then our body will be in shape. අපේ body එක අස්සන shape එකකට අපිට තියාගන්න ගානට තියාගන්න අපිට පුළුවන් වෙනවා. Then what will happen? Our physical appearance will be pleasant and it will be improved. ඒක තවත් වැඩි දියුණු වෙනවා අපේ physical appearance එක. Right? එතකොට ඒකත් එක්ක මොකද වෙන්නේ? Automatically our personality as well be improved. ඒකත් වැඩි දියුණු කරගන්න අපිට පුළුවන් වෙනවා personality එක. Right? And apart from those, we can take accidents and injuries. Accidents and injuries. අනතුරු සහ ආබාධ. මොකද ස්පෝර්ට්ස් කරපුවම මේක වැඩිම යනවාද? No. Our body will be strong. As I mentioned earlier, by playing or engaging in a sport, our body will get stronger. Our bones will get stronger. So it will be less possibility for us to meet with some accidents or injuries. අපිට මේ injuries සහ accidents එක අපිට වෙන්න තියෙන අවස්ථාව possibility එක අඩු වෙනවා. So possibility will be minimized by engaging in sports and activities. Our body will be ready and our body will be active. Our body will be stronger, right? So less chance to meet with accidents and injuries for our body. ශරීරයට අර accidents වෙන්න තියෙන අවස්ථාව එතකොට ආව වෙනවා. මොකද අපේ ශරීරයේ ශක්තිමත් නිසා. right? ඒක දරා ගන්න හැකියාවක් හොඳ හම්බ වෙනවා. right? And our physical fitness. Okay, you may have learned physical fitness in lesson 1, the first lesson, I think, as I remember. Physical fitnesses will be improved and developed. What are the physical fitnesses means? Physical fitness, අපේ ශාරීරික යෝග්‍යතාවය, right? Like what? Speed, remember? Speed, strength, අපේ ශක්තිය, endurance, right? දරා ගැනීමේ හැකියාව, and flexibility, and coordination. නම්‍යශීලීතාවය සහ සමායෝජනය, the nerve muscle coordination in the body. So these are physical fitness factors, ශාරීරික යෝග්‍යතා සාධක. So these factors will be improved automatically. If you do some jogging exercise or running exercises, you will improve your speed quality. And if you lift weight like in a gym, අපි gym එකකට ගිහලා අර බාර උස්සන මොකද වෙන්නේ? Your muscles and bones will be stronger. Your strength will be improved. And endurance. If you can engage in an activity for a very long period continuously, automatically your endurance will get improved. And flexibility, like in gymnastics. Gymnastics දන්නව නේද? අර එහාට මෙහාට අපේ ශරීරය නමලා කරනම් ගහලා කරන්නේ. Our flexibility will be improved by engaging such an sport, right? Such a sport. And coordination, our nerve muscle coordination, right? This is somewhat little complex word, but nerve muscle coordination, the muscular system and the nerve system, the coordination between our muscular system, මාංශපේශී පද්ධතිය and the nerve system අපේ ස්නායු පද්ධතියත් එක්ක තියෙන සම්බන්ධතාවය. Right? So these physical fitness factors will be improved automatically if we are engaging in any kind of sport. Right? Any kind of sport. Right? So those are the main physical benefits which we can gain by engaging in sports. Right? We have discussed some physical benefits which we get by engaging in these sports, and now we'll discuss some mental benefits. Right? Mental benefits. Mental means manasika pratilava. Mental. Mental benefits. Right? Mental benefits. මානසිකව ලැබෙන දේවල්. So now do you understand the difference between physical and mental? Physical and mental. Physical means the things we can experience through our five senses. Five senses means අපේ සංවේදී ඉන්ද්‍රියන්, sensory organs. What are our sensory organs? Our eyes, our nose, our tongue, liver, our ears, and our skin. Those are our sensory organs. Okay, samvedi indriya. So if something can be experienced through these five sensory organs, right, or five senses, we call them our physical world, our physicality, okay, bhautikiya කියලා හඳුන්වනවා. If something cannot be experienced by those five senses, if we have something which cannot be experienced through these five senses, we include all these things into our mentality, our mental world. මානසික ලෝකේ. Okay? මානසිකව තියෙන දේවල් කියලා. As an example, if you are kind, you are a very kind person. So can you touch your kindness? Can you touch your kindness from your hand? Can you see your kindness somewhere floating around somewhere here? No. Can you smell it? Can you taste it? No. We cannot experience your kindness through our five senses. So such a quality will be included in our mental world. Right? So mental benefit means things we get mentally. Things we can get mentally into ourselves by playing some sport. මොකක් හරි ක්‍රීඩාවක් ක්‍රීඩා කරද්දී අපිට මානසිකව ගන්න පුළුවන් දේවල් වලට තමයි අපි mental benefits කියලා කියන්නේ. Right? So we take one by one. Clearly, you can have some fun playing a sport. Okay? So in your interval, school interval, you play with your friend just for fun. What else? So definitely you can get happiness and enjoyment by engaging in any kind of sport. Happiness and enjoyment. So happiness and enjoyment both. Think about the both qualities. Can we touch? Can we smell? Nothing. We cannot experience through our sensory organs. So it is a mental thing. අපේ මනසට දැනෙන දෙයක්. අපේ හිතට මනසට දැනෙන දෙයක්. Right? Something you can feel through our mind. Mental benefits, happiness and enjoyment. And our mental fitness will be improved. Like the physical fitness, our mental fitness as well can be improved by engaging in these activities or games. Right? Mental. මානසික යෝග්‍යතාව. According to ability to mental fitness means ability to cope with our life mentally. Ability to cope with our life mentally. අපේ ජීවිතයත් එක්ක අපිට අපේ හැන්ඩල් කරගන්න පුළුවන් හැකියාව තමයි ජීවිතය. අපේ මානසිකව ජීවිතය හැන්ඩල් කරගන්න පුළුවන් හැකියාවට අපි කියනවා mental fitness. Right? So it will be improved. And getting used to follow rules in playing when you're playing a game or for a sport, okay, there are sets of rules. For any kind of sport, there's a set of rules. So if you are playing that game, you may have to obey those rules and follow those rules. So if you are playing regularly with those rules and regulation, when you come out to the real world, your normal world, out of that game to your normal world or the society, automatically you will be used to follow the rules and regulation and ethics in the society as well, in the country as well. මේ රටේ තියෙන නීති රීති සහ සමාජයේ තියෙන ethics සහ ආචාර ධර්ම අනුගමනය කරලා ඒවත් follow කරන්න ඔයාලා ඉබේම පුරුදු වෙනවා අන්න අර games වල අපි engage වුණා. Right? And you will be able to accept both defeat and victory in the same manner. When you are playing a game, you won't get to win always. Sometimes you may get to lose as well. නේද? ඉතින් හම්බෙන්නේ හැම වෙලේම. අර දෙන්නත් සිද්ධ වෙනවා. ඒකට හදියමනේ. දිනනවා සමහරලාට ආය පරදිනවා ආය දිනනවා. So it will be normalized. It will be somewhat normalized to your life. Winning is also a very normal thing, losing also a normal thing. It will not be a excitement after some time. නේද? ඔයාලා ටික කාලයක් ප්ලේ කරද්දී ඔයාලා දිනනවා සමහරලාට පරදිනවා. So win and lose or defeat both will not be an excitement for you. Excitement again පුදුමයි. පුදුමයි කියන්නේ පුදුමයි වගේ excitement එකක් තියෙනවා. ඔයාලා පරදිනවා. දැන් ඔයාලා if you are not used to lose for the defeat for a defeat, once you are defeated, you will be shocked. Sometimes you may cry. Wala karaduna wala purudu natham karadunama andana duka hitena. Right? And excitement. That is what we call excitement. So when you are playing games for a long time, for a considerable amount of time, you will get used to both these things. You win and loss. Both these things you will get used to. So you will not be excited for any of those after that. Right? So in your real life also, in your life, in your society as well, ඒකෙදිත් මොකද වෙන්නේ සමාජයට ආවම there will be up and downs. හොඳ දේවලුත් වෙනවා අපිට නරක දේවලුත් වෙනවා in life ජීවිතේ. Right? So you will be used to all those things. You will not be excited. So there is a very good quality, very good mental quality. Right? So you will be able to accept both defeat and victory. Right? And victory. And your patience, your unity and cooperations will be improved as well. Unity, cooperations, working with different kinds of people together. And patience, games. When you are playing a game, you are playing a game with someone else at least, right? Or with a group of friends, different kinds of group of friends. So you will learn to accept the differences of others, right? All other friends or anyone else who are playing with you will be different to each other. Lots of differences among them. So you will learn to accept those differences. නේද හැමෝම මමගේ වෙන්න අවශ්‍ය නැහැ හැමෝම එක එක විදිය කියන එක accept කරන්න පිළිගන්න ඔයාලට පුළුවන්කම ලැබෙනවා. That will help in a big way when you are living with a society, in a society as an independent person. Then ඔයාලා ළමයිනේ. But if you are when you are going to live as an independent person in the society, it will be very useful for you to accept your differences or others' differences and ideas, everything, your patience, right? And you will be able to identify good qualities and the bad qualities as well, and morals can ආචාර ධර්ම හොඳ සිතුවිලි, right? හොඳ දේවල් අඳුන ගන්න පුළුවන් වෙනවා. You will be able to identify and follow those good morals and good practices in life. නේද? හොඳ දේවල් helping others, right? අපි අනිත් අයට උදව් කරනවා වගේ හොඳ ගතිගුණ හොඳ දේවල් ඔයාලට පුරුදු වෙනවා. So you will be forced to automatically you will be forced to follow those good practices. නේද? ඒවා හොඳ ගතිගුණ ඔයාලට ඉබේම පුරුදු වෙන්න. Right? So those are some basic simple mental benefits which we can gain by engaging in sports and games. Right? So there will be thousands of benefits we can gain from this sports, right? But in here we are only discussing some basic things which we identify, right? අපි හඳුනාගත්ත බොහොම සරල ටිකක් විතරයි මෙතනදී කතා කරන්නේ. Right? So next thing we are going to discuss is minor games. Minor games. අපේ සුළු ක්‍රීඩාවන්. Minor games, right? So minor games. When you're talking about minor games, first we'll discuss some qualities of minor games. What are the qualities of minor games? I have explained this part initially in this lesson as well. Right? But again, I will explain a little bit more about these minor games. Right? The minor games are මොනවද තියෙන අපිට ලක්ෂණ. දැක ගන්න තියෙන qualities මොනවද කියලා. Right? One, we can play this kind of games, the minor games, with any kind of equipment, or even sometimes we could play these games without any equipment. නේද? අපිට කිසිම equipment එකක් නැතුව උනත් මේකත් සෙල්ලම් කරන්න අපි සමහර වෙලාවට හැකියාව තියෙනවා. Right? Sometimes we may need to use some kind of equipment, but we can use very simple equipment for those minor games. Unlike in organized games, we don't need to use equipment with specified dimensions and weight and all those things. We don't need to consider all the rubbish, right? If you want to say if you want to play cricket with your friends, you can either use what you call pulpit bat එකක් කපලා ගහලා තියනවද ඔය pulpit එකකින් bat එකක් කපලත් අපිට ගහන්න පුළුවන්. එතකොට that will be a minor game, right? It will not be an organized game if you play cricket with your friends in your backyard, right? පිටිපස්සේ පත්ත පිටිපස්සේ cricket ගහුවම ඒක organized game එකක් වෙන්නේ. එතකොට ඒක that will be a different minor game, right? එතකොට ආන්නේ වගේ අර very simple equipment නැත්නම් උපකරණ භාවිතා කරමින් අපිට මේ games සෙල්ලම් කරන්න minor games සෙල්ලම් කරන්න පුළුවන්. And the other important thing, now organized games are specified. There's a game called cricket, name is cricket, rules are like this, playground specifications are like this, equipments are like this, number of players are like this. Likewise, they have specified a set of game. We can refer a book or an internet and find the specifications and all the details about that. But minor games are not like that. They are not specified or mentioned in any place, in any book or anywhere else, right? We could create those things. According to our preference, we could create a minor game. අපිට minor games කියනවා ඔයාලටත් ඕන නිර්මාණය කරගන්න හැකියාව තියෙනවා. Right? So we can design a minor game according to your preference and according to the space available for you, according to the players you have with you. In a video සංඛ්‍යාවන ඔයාලට ඒක design කරගන්න හැකියාවක් තියෙනවා. Right? ඔයාලට ඒක design කරගන්න හැකියාවක් තියෙනවා. And the other thing is we can use very simple resources from environment as equipment. As equipment for these minor games, we can use very simple resources which we can obtain from our surrounding, our environment. Like I said earlier, if we don't have a bed, we can cut a pulpit කපලා අපිට ඒකෙන් සෙල්ලම් කරන්නත් පුළුවන්. Right? අන්න ඒ වගේ අපිට මේ පරිසරයේ සමහර වෙලාවට හොයාගන්න පුළුවන් equipments වලින් මේවා සෙල්ලම් කරන්න හැකියාව තියෙනවා. Right? And you can adjust. I have explained that already, right? You can adjust and alter the rules and regulations according to preference, according to the space available, according to the number of players you are playing with. Likewise, according to different aspects, you can change and alter or adjust your rules and regulations for minor game. It doesn't matter, right? ඔයාලට ඕන විදිහට වෙනස් කරලා right? ඒක එතකොට ගැටලුවක් වෙන්නේ නැහැ ඔයාලට very simple and very small, simple games. Right? So those are the main qualities of a minor game. Minor game එක තියෙන ප්‍රධාන කොටස් නැත්තම් qualities තමයි ඔන්න අපි ඔය කතා කරේ. Right? And now we are going to discuss some examples for minor games. Now we are going to discuss some examples for minor games. Going to discuss some examples. Right? Now we will see some examples for minor games. So first, we'll discuss some examples for minor games which we can play alone by yourself, right? And minor games which can be played by yourself, right? ඔයාලටම සෙල්ලම් කරන්න පුළුවන් තනියම which you can play alone. තනියම සෙල්ලම් කරන්න පුළුවන් minor games කීපයක් අපි බලමු මොනවද කියලා උදාහරණ විදිහට. So I will share the screen. So it will in the note you will see some examples. Then I will explain while sharing the screen. Right? See, now you can see the screen. Minor games which can be played by yourself. ඔයාලටම සෙල්ලම් කරන්න පුළුවන් minor games. Skipping with the skipping rope. Skipping rope, I hope you know that. Skipping rope, right? A cable attached to two handles with the end, with each end. Handle is attached to each end of the rope. දෙයක් වගේ චූටි ගණුවක් වගේ එකක් තියෙනවා. ඒකට දෙපැත්තට handles දෙකක් දෙනවා. එතකොට you can circle it around yourself and you can jump over it. නේද? අපිට ඒක මෙහෙම කරක අපි ඒක උඩින් පයින්නවා. ඔකට skipping rope එක කියලා කියනවා. හැමෝම දාන්න. Right? So this can be done very simple game and this can be done alone by yourself. ඔයාලටම මේක කරගන්න පුළුවන් සෙල්ලමක්. And the second one, throwing and catching the ball. Throwing and catching the ball. Earlier I have explained when I explained in the lead up games, I have mentioned a simple game, catching and throwing. But that is with a group of friends. But in here, catching and throwing means we can have a ball and we can throw the ball up and we can catch it by ourselves. අපිට මේක අල්ලන්න පුළුවන් තනියම කවුරුත් ඕනේ. අපිටම පන්දුවක් උඩට විසි කරලා අපිට පන්දුව අල්ලා ගන්න පුළුවන්. We can catch the ball by ourselves. Right? අපිට මේක අල්ල ගන්න පුළුවන් තනියම කරන්න පුළුවන්. And the third one, throwing the ball from a distance. Aim in a square 30 centimeter marked on a wall. We can go near a wall. විත්තියක් ළඟට ගිහිල්ලා on that wall we can mark a square. With this given dimension, we can mark a square. අපිට පුළුවන් කොටුවක් අරින්න විත්තිය. Right? So, being with some distance from the wall, අපිට විත්තිය ඉඳලා චුට්ටක් ඈතට වෙලා ඉඳලා we can throw a ball at the ball, aim in the square we drew. අපි හදපු square එකට aim කරලා ඉලක්ක කරලා අපිට පුළුවන් පන්දුවකින් දමා ගසන්න. So, those are very simple activities. You can design those things according to your preference, according to the screens available. Likewise, if you want to change the dimensions of the square, never mind, you can change it. If you like to draw a square with small dimensions, you can change the dimension. Doesn't matter, right? So these are called minor games, right? මෙන්න මේවා තමයි එතකොට මේ වගේ ඒවා තමයි අපි minor games කියලා හඳුනා ගන්න. Then minor games which can be played in pairs. Pairs means යුගල. යුගල means දෙන්නේ. දෙන්නෙත් එකතු වෙලා කරන්න පුළුවන් සෙල්ලම. Hopscotch. කොටු පැනීම, බට්ට පැනීම. I think you know this game as බට්ට පැනීම. බට්ට පැනීම කියවම තමයි මම හිතන්නේ ගොඩක් කට්ටිය මේ game එක දාන්නේ. Very simple activity. I will explain it. And the other one is who's the king or how the raja. Right? Okay. Now I will explain these two games very briefly. Right? Very briefly I will explain it. First one, hopscotch or kotu. අපි ඔකට කියන බට්ට පැනින් කියලා තමයි ගොඩක් කට්ටිය ඔක දාන්නේ. Right? So in hopscotch, on the ground we draw some sketch like this. First, we draw some sketch like this on the ground. So altogether there are 8 stars, right? So we are going to number those stars. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sometimes they use different numbers for these two one. Sometimes they use the same number for these two stars, right? මේ කොටසෙ සමාන කට්ටිය එක නම්බරේ දාන සමාන කට්ටිය නම්බර් දෙකක් මේකට යොදා ගන්නවා, right? It doesn't matter either way, you can do the game. And 6, 5, like this. Now we need some other thing for in order to play this game. We need some strong, flat stone like thing. අපිට පොඩි පැතලි ගලක් වගේ එකක් මේකට අවශ්‍ය වෙනවා. පැතලි ගලක් වගේ එකක් අවශ්‍ය වෙනවා මේක. Right? So what we are doing is first we put that flat stone, we throw it by standing here. By standing here, we can put that flat stone on the first square, right? On the first square. පළවෙනි කොටුවට මෙන්න මේක දාන්න. So it can't touch any line, border lines. මේ lines වල ගෑවෙන්න බෑ මේ අපි දාන ගල්. Right? So it should be inside the square. මේ කොටුව ඇතුලේ තියෙන්න ඕනේ මේ අපි දාන flat එක. Then we can jump, we can hop. Can hop. I can move option a bit. And a penny only there, but only from one leg. Only from a leg. One leg, right? We can hop, but we cannot step on this square which this stone is on. In stone, touch we cannot step on it. So we should avoid this and directly we should jump onto the second one, right? By using one leg, we can hop like this. Right? Make a magari, right? We can't step on this inside this. Like that. In here, we can use both legs, right? In such scenarios, we could use both legs. But in here again, we need to use a single leg. Again, in here we can use both legs. Then it is the end of the cross. So we could turn back. Right? When jumping and hopping forward also, when doing that, we cannot touch any border lines from our feet. We cannot touch any border lines. Border lines then you will be disqualified from the round. Around getting I'm in the way now. Right? Now we'll turn back from here. Then again we are coming back. Open from one leg. Again both legs. One leg. Then when we reach here, we are coming back, right? When we reach the second one, by being on one leg, we should get this stone into our hand. We should take this stone back. Then again, we should jump back to the initial position. Avoiding this first square. So one round is complete for that particular player. Right? Now again, he will get the chance to put the to throw the stone into the second one. So like in the previous one, again he is doing the same activity, but this time he should avoid this second square. Right? Second square and then turn back, coming back, and being on the third square with one leg, you should pick it up. You should pick the stone up, then Again avoiding the second one, out. Right? So, like this, you can put or throw the stone into these all these squares. Once a player completes all the squares by putting the stone on it and again picking it up. If someone's complete all the squares, that person will win. ඉතින් ඉස්සල්ලාම මේක සම්පූර්ණ කොට ඔක්කොම කරලා ඉවර වෙන ක්‍රීඩකයාට අන්න පුළුවන් දිනන්න. Right? So this game can be played with even with another person on the pair, or we can play with the group as well. අපිට තව කීප දෙනෙක් එක්ක උනත් මේ වගේ ගේම් එකක් කරන්න පුළුවන්. Very simple games. Right? A very simple games. And we can get lots of fun and enjoyment by doing this game. And the other one, what is the other one? Who's the king? Who's the king? Or how the Raja? Who's the king? That can be played with two players. Right? We draw two adjacent circles on the ground with the same size, right? With the same size, two adjacent circles like this, right? We have a round දෙකක් හදනවා. If you take a top view of the උඩින් නම් බැලුවොත් මේ වගේ එක ළඟ round දෙකක් අඳිනවා. Right? The last the two players will stand on each circle. Each circle. Right? Two students will stand on each circle. And both these players should try to pull or push the other person or the other player out of their own circle. Right? Let's consider this player. Now this player should try to push him forward or pull it backwards, or he can do whatever, and this person should try to make this player leave from this circle. මේ රවුමෙන් එයාව ඉවත් කරන්න try කරන්න ඕනේ. But while he is trying that, he cannot escape this circle either. මේ circle එක මෙයා අරයාව එළියට දාන්න try කරනවා කියලා මෙයාට මේ circle එකකින් එළියට යන්නත් බැහැ. Right? If any player leaves the circle, their own circle, that person will lose. The other person will win the game. කවුරු හරි මේ ක්‍රියාවලිය දෙන්නම එක කරනවා. දෙන්නම මෙයා එළියට දාන්න හදනවා, මෙයා එළියට දාන්න හදනවා. Right? කවුරු හරි කෙනෙක් මේ රවුමෙන් එළියට ගියොත් අන්න එයා තමයි මේ ගේම් එකෙන් දිනන්නේ. Right? So very simple game. Right? I hope you understood it very well. Right? I have included some photographs as well for your note, so you will understand it better, right? Okay. Now we'll see some examples for minor games which can be played in groups. Minor games, right? Minor games. Okay, we'll see some examples for minor games which can be played in groups. Right? See, we have three examples for that. Change in trees, Dasmaru Kirima, stepping on the poison, Asapagim, and beat the ball. Handua, Paradava. Change in trees and stepping on the poison. These two games are very simple games. Beat the ball game is little complicated, but not much. Right? So it's one very simple game. Anyway, I will explain these three as well. These three games, these three minor games. And so first we'll take change in trees. See, so this is a photograph of some students playing change in the trees. Change in trees game. Right? Ange game is karna. Tamai ki padane ke photo ekak tamai. Yeah, I will explain. Right? Okay. So we will go to a place. So in order to play this game, we need a place with several trees. Gaski back in a තැනක් වෙන්න ඕනේ මේ ගේම් එක සෙල්ලම් කරන්න. right? So we'll take these are trees. In a playground or somewhere else, in a backyard, in a garden, right? There are several trees, right? So we have selected 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trees for these games, right? We have selected 6 trees for these games, right? So number of players, remember this very carefully, right? Number of players participating for this game should be above the number of trees, right? If the number of trees are 6, we may need 7 players to game this to play this game, right? If the number of trees are 5, we need 6 players. If we have 10 trees, we should need 11 players, right? ගස් ගන්නට වඩා එක්කෙනෙක් වැඩියෙන් අපිට players මේකට අවශ්‍ය වෙනවා, right? So everyone get near their respective trees. ඔන්න දැන් හැමෝම ගස් ළඟට යනවා. So what about the 6th one? No, the 7th one. Now there are 6 students. Are with the trees. Then what about the 7th one? 7th one. He can be somewhere here, free. Without a tree, he can be somewhere, right? Anywhere around here, he can stay. It doesn't matter where he stays, right? Now changing trees. The name of the game is changing trees. So these students in trees, they should touch their own tree while they are standing near it. And they can't be in the same tree for a long time. They cannot be in the same tree for a long time. They should exchange their trees with each other. No, they are exchanging themselves along the trees, right? Like this. This person will get to this tree, and this one will move to this tree. This will move to this tree. Likewise, he will move to this tree. Likewise, they will circulate among the trees. In trees, for any direction, they can move and they can exchange themselves with the trees, right? In trees, along the trees, they can exchange themselves. Right? They must do that. They can't be in the same tree for a long time. Right? So 2 persons can't be in the same tree. Touch only 1 person can touch a tree at a time. So while exchanging themselves along the trees, there will be some small time periods which there is no one touching a particular tree. But in such an instant, there will be no one touching this tree. So this tree is free now. Main tree is free. Right? No one's touching the tree. So now this person, the extra person, can run quickly before this person comes to the tree. This person can go and touch the tree as quick as possible. Then this player will be will own this tree. මේ player හම් වෙනවා මේ ගහ. Then මොකද වෙන්නේ? What will happen to the other person coming to the tree? Coming to the same tree. මෙන්න මේ අනිත් person අනිත් player මොකද වෙන්නේ කෙනාට? He will be left with no tree. He will be left with no tree. Why? He has left this tree and this person has come to this tree now. Then මේ පුද්ගලයා මෙතෙන් ඇවිල්ලා now he is cutting this tree. මේ tree එක යාල්ලන් ඉන්නවා. දැන් මෙයාට මොකද වෙන්නේ? එයාට මේකක් නැහැ. මේක. Then what will happen? Now this player will become the free player. This player will become the free player. Yeah, අන්න free player බවට පත් වෙනවා. ඊට පස්සේ මොකද කරන්නේ? Again they are continuing the same process. Now this player should find a free should try to find a free tree and try to hold it. ඒක අල්ලගන්න touch කරන්න try කරන්න ඕනේ. මෙයා ඊට පස්සේ අර කලින් එක්කෙනා කරපු වැඩේ දැන් මෙයාට කරන්න. Likewise we can continue doing this game. Very fun game. We can have lots of enjoyment by doing such a game. මේ වගේ game එකක් කරපුවම හොඳට විනෝදය සහ සතුට ලබා ගන්න පුළුවන්. Very සරල ක්‍රීඩාවක්, very simple game. Right? Changing trees. That's all for the game. And the next thing, beat the ball. Right? Beat the ball. This is somewhat complicated, but not much. I will explain that as well. Right? Beat the ball. Beat the ball means we need to get into two groups for that. We need to get into two groups in order to play this game. In order to play this game, we need to get into two groups, but equal groups, right? We should get into two equal groups, right? If one team consists of 10 players, the other team also should include 10 players for the team, right? The team එකම සමාන team දෙකක් වෙනවා. මේකට 10යි නම් මේකටත් 10ක් විදිහට we should get into two groups, right? Now we'll consider there are two groups named A and B. Two groups, right? A group and B group. A group will get into a circle like this. Is it like a circle? A group will get into a circle like this, right? They will get into a circle. Now there are how many players? 3, 6, 9, 10 players, right? Now there are 10 players. So this is the team A. There should be a like 2 meter gaps in between each player, right? When players are දෙන්නෙක් අතර සාමාන්‍යයෙන් 2 meter වගේ gap එකක් තමයි between us, right? Now they get into a circle like this guy and facing inwards, right? They should face inwards. All should face the inside of the circle. හැමෝම ඇතුළ බලාගෙන ඉන්නේ. And we should appoint a leader for this then. We'll appoint this one as the leader, right? This person as the leader. And the other team, the B team, right? B team should stand outside the circle as a queue. As a queue means polymark vidiයට. As a line, right? Like this. And there should be 10 people in this team as well. මේකේ 10 දෙනෙක් මේ වගේ පොලිමකට ඉන්නවා. So this is the leader of the team B. This is the leader of the team B, right? So these leaders should be somewhere close to each other. These two leaders should be somewhat close to each other. ඒ දෙන්න පොඩ්ඩක් එක ළඟට ඉන්න විදිහට තමයි ඉන්නට ඕන. So in order to play this game, we need very simple equipments. Two simple equipments, right? We need a ball. a volleyball, a basketball, or any kind of a little big ball, right? And a badminton. Badminton means yashtiya. Badminton. Like in relay races තමයි සහය දිගේ අර බැට් එකක් අරගෙන යන්නේ. ඊළ බැට් එක දුන්නාම ඊළඟ කෙනා ඒක අරන් ආයෙ වටයක් දුවන in Olympics we see that, right? දක්නවා නේද? සහය දිවීමේ තරඟ relay races, right? අන්නේ දෙන්නේ අතට දෙන්නේ අනිත් කෙනා කියලා. ඒකට තමයි අපි බැට් එකක් කියලා කියන්නේ, right? Somewhat like this මේ වගේ ටිකක් නිතරම somewhat bigger than this, something we could use. Even we could use a piece of wood. අපේ පොඩි දී කැල්ලක් වගේ එකක් මේකට යූස් කරන්න පුළුවන් අවශ්‍යයි, right? And the leader of the team A will get the ball. They will get the ball. And the leader of team B will get the baton in his hand. මෙයාගේ අතර දෙනවා බැට් එක, මෙයාගේ අතර දෙනවා බෝල්. Right? අඳුර දෙනවා මෙයාගේ අතට. Now on a signal, on a given signal, right? Signal is being given by a teacher or some other external friend or someone else. And මොකක් කිසිල් එකක් හරි මොකක් signal එකද? On that signal, the team A should pass the ball hand to hand. They should pass the ball hand to hand in between their teammates. Teammate එකේ කට්ටිය මොකද කරන්නේ? අර සිග්නල් එක ආපු ගමන් මොකද කරන්නේ? බෝලේ අතින් අතට මෙහෙම pass කරනවා. They will pass the ball along the circle, right? They will pass, right? They will pass the ball along the circle hand to hand. අතින් අත pass කරනවා, right? So this will be the direction of the ball, right? This will be the direction of the ball. And what the team B කරන්නේ? Team B with the same signal, the leader of the team B should run in the same direction as the ball, right? Not in the opposite direction. They should run in the same direction as the ball, but outside the circle. මේ රවුම එළියේ මෙයා මෙහෙම දුවනවා. See? රවුමට එළියේ holding the baton in his hand, this person, the leader, should run outside the circle, right? A ball is passing this way, and the baton, the player with the baton is running around the circle like this. And now this will continue, right? This will continue like this. Now the ball will travel along the circle and it will come back again on the hand of the leader. බෝලේ නැවත කොහම රවුමක් ගිහිල්ලා leader ගේ අතට ඔන්න එනවා, right? When the ball comes back to the leader, the team A will get a point. The team A, I will write here, team A will get a point, right? And if the ball comes again for the second time, it will get another point. It will get another point. So, in that manner, they can obtain points. Right? They can obtain points. They can make බෝලේ නැවත ගිහිල්ලා ඊඩේක අතර නැවත එකපාරක් ආපුවම ලකුණක්. ආයෙ රවුමක් ගිහිල්ලා වුණා. ආයෙ ලකුණක්. හම්බෙන්නේ. Right? So this activity will be continued until all the members of this team B. Team B, what will happen? The leader comes back to the initial position. Leader will pass the baton to the second player. Leader will pass the baton to the second player. Then the second player starts running in the same direction, in the same path. යත් ඒ පාත් එකේම දුවන්න පටන් ගන්නවා. Then he will pass the baton to the third one, then the fourth one. Likewise, they will pass the baton along the members of their team, their own team, and until every player in this team, the team B, until every player in the team B gets a chance to run around the circle, this will continue, right? This will continue. Now let's see. Now this is the last player, the 10th player of the team B. Now he is running around the circle and he has come back to the initial position, right? That is the time we stop continuing this activity. මේ අන්තිම පුද්ගලයාත් මේ initial line එකට ආවට පස්සේ තමයි මේ activity ඔක්කොම ටික නතර කරන්නේ until they will pass the ball around and around, right? මේගොල්ලෝ වටේ මේක along the circle they will pass it continuously. ඒගොල්ලෝ දිගටම මේක continue කර කර යනවා. So we'll say when the last person of this team B finishes going around the circle, they have obtained, the team may have obtained, we'll say 5 marks or we'll say 9 marks. 9 marks, which means they have completed passing this ball for 9 rounds. මට 9ක් මේගොල්ලෝ මේක යවලා තියෙනවා මේ 10 දෙනා දුවන අතර. Then team A gets 9 marks or 9 points. Now the teams will change their places. They will exchange their places. Team B will stand on a circle, on the circle. Then the team A will stand in the line. ඒගොල්ලෝ වෙනවා පොලිමට හිට ගන්න. Team A. Teams දෙකම ආව කරනවා. Then again they will be given with given a signal එකක් දෙනවා. Again they should continue the same process. Again they should continue doing the same activity, the same process they should continue as previous. කලින් විදිහටම ඒක නැවත අර විදිහටම සිද්ධ කරලා then this time who gets the points? This time the team B is getting the points. In this time team B will get let's say 11. They have passed this ball around the circle 11 times. මේ 10 දෙනාම වෙනකොට මේගොල්ලෝ 11 වතාවක්. See, now team B is with the highest points. ඒගොල්ලෝ තමයි වැඩිම points අරන් තියෙන්නේ. Then what will happen? This team will win. This will lose. Right? In this game, according to the game I have explained, team B is the winner. Team B තමයි ජයග්‍රහණය කරලා තියෙන්නේ. So it is very important. Sorry, not important. It's very simple game which can be played just for fun. Right? This game is also can be this game also can be used as a lead-up game as well. Make a lead-up game එකක් විදිහට use කරන්න පුළුවන්. But don't think about that for now. Just think of it as a minor game. Very simple minor game. Right? So this is a game which can be played in groups. අපිට කණ්ඩායම් වශයෙන් සෙල්ලම් කරන්න පුළුවන් ක්‍රීඩාවක්. Right? Okay, so that will be end of the part 1 of this video of the 4th lesson, and the remaining part of this 4th lesson will be done in the second part of this video, right? Okay, so we'll meet at the second part of this video session. Everyone.